they calling in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebrating.
Woo, woo.
What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all the beautiful folks in here, guys. Welcome back to another episode of PulseNation. How you doing, my brother?
Doing great, man. I'm chilling, man. How about you, bro?
Man, I'm loving it, dude. I absolutely love it right now, my guy.
We're in a great spot.
What a great spot. What a great spot, man. I've been listening to the whales only. If y'all ain't been listening on the things you got to listen to or things that are on the internet, oh my gosh, man, dive into some of that stuff, because really, they be putting some information out there that is out there in public and available for every single one to be listening to, but we choose not to. Or
100%.
Or you maybe just keep yourself in a little enclosed container, and so you try to avoid all that. But anyways, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm just working as much overtime as I can, man. I'm just trying to stack up because the dips, you got to buy the dips, bro, you know? And that's a choice. Like, if you didn't load up as much and you don't feel comfortable with what you bought throughout this bear market, get more, you know? If not, be happy with what you got and just chill, bro. You know, don't go crazy.
Sir.
But I'm gonna add to the bag, man. Why not?
Why not? And right now, if you have anything over on the Ethereum network that you're wanting to bridge over onto the Pulsechain network, not only is it a $0 0% bridge fee to get it done, the GUI is also very good. So if y'all got stakes to be ending, if y'all have stakes to be starting and everything like that, like, now is the time to set those up, my friends, my family, and guys. It is 2034 or 2024, meaning we can set yourself up a 15-year stake right now, going all the way out to 2039, my friends. I guarantee many people don't have them out there right now, so get your T-shares while you can. This ain't gonna last forever, man.
You gotta have at least a couple 55s. You got to, because you never know.
Even if here's the deal, man. Hex is 4 years old now, brother. There's some people who staked Hex in the beginning whose 15-year stake is going to end in 2034, right? 2035.
Right.
Well, right now, 15 years is 2039, my friend. Meaning that all those people and all those individuals and possibly whales who have all of their stakes done, even the max that they can possibly go for, only goes out to 2034. And unless they continue to add their stakes, add principal, add the yield, and go longer, unless they continue to do that, they are slowly going to dilute themselves out. This is how you become a bigger player in the ecosystem as well. Imagine you put yourself in a situation where 2039, you're still sitting on 100, 200, 300 T-shares. Right? Everyone at that point in time is going to have whatever they can get their hands on. Imagine a T-shirt costing like $1 million one day.
That's what nobody thinks about, man. Nobody cares.
Like,
nobody wants to wait.
Just the sheer amount of money that it's going to cost. If here's the deal. If you think that Hex is going to end up at one point in time reaching $10, my friends, right? If you think that Hex at one point in time will reach $10, well, guess what's also going to happen at one point in time? It's going to cost 100,000. Right. That number only goes up and to the right.
That's crazy.
It can never go down. So at the $10 mark in Hex, when it's 100,000 Hex to get a T-share, that's $1 million. So $1 million to get a T-share. And you can get a T-share right now, my friends, just in case you don't know. $281 on the Ethereum network and $545 on the Pulsechain network, my friends.
What's up, people? How's everybody doing in the chat? Make sure y'all let us know if the audio is good, if the Wi-Fi is good, the connection, all that.
All of it.
Happy to have y'all here as always.
Dude, check this out, man. This is, absolutely, guys. Shout out to all the PulseNation supporters. So much love for every single one of y'all, guys. So much love. We have dropped below a penny on the Ethereum Hex. This is actually a hard-fought level. Not only right now, what we're currently seeing on the Ethereum Hex side, but even in the past. A penny is a psychological level, so I really want to see us get way past a penny, but neither here nor there. It's what it is today, meaning that it's going to cost you 31,667 Hex to get one T-share, which costs $281. And again, guys, we just talked about what if one day that's $1 million just to get one T-share.
Come on, man. Come on. Come
You
on,
have the
why not?
Pulsechain side sitting at $542 to get that same T-share. So what I'm doing, guys, a play that I'm making is being that I can get double the amount of T-shares right now on the Ethereum network. That's where my focus is because I'm long-term vision, my friends. And if you have long-term vision, then I'm going to go for the best bang for my buck. And right now in the RH ecosystem, that's the EHEX. Hands down.
Smart. Always the bang for the buck, man. Always. I like my stuff cheap, man.
Always get the bang for the buck, man. You know what I mean? And once you like focus on a position, have yourself different goals. We've talked about this so many times, man. Set yourself different levels. If you haven't got yourself to 100 million Pulse and Pulsex or 300 million Pulsex and 100,000 hex staked and 100 or 10 T shares and like all these minimum levels that you just got to start getting, you know what I mean? Like get those levels. And then once you start attaining those levels, then you can start putting a little bit here and there where the best bang for your buck goes. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, the Ethereum hex side is going to get a payout per T-share at 9.1. And guys, again, this is so incredible because if you just look at the payout per T-share at the highest level, anywhere under 9 is pretty much in the top 10, or we'll say top 15. Top 15 daily payouts in hex, meaning that today, when it rolls over, everyone on the EHEX side is getting 9.11 hex per T-share that you have. Yeah, I'm back. Listen, man, we'll come back. We'll come back, man. Yeah. We're dropping some fun information in the early stages, man. Let's say hello to some people. Let some more people start trickling in.
Yep.
Let's get this stream out to some more individuals, guys. Let's like it, share, subscribe. Let's get the information out for every single person who's available.
How much fiat would it take to get 1 million hex and P hex right now? Like, or E hex and hex right now?
Good question. So why don't we just actually pull up that information and show it for everyone, man? Because I'm a fan of that question as well.
Bro,
so
gotta have 1 million hex. Got to in this bull cycle.
Here's the fun part about 1 million hex. It's a simple number, but at 1 million hex, every single time the price goes up a penny, you increase your bonus or you increase your wallet size, your portfolio by $10,000. Every single time the hex reaches 1 penny and it increases 1 penny. So you're sitting on 1 million hex. And right now it costs X amount of dollars, okay? Because it's at the current price that it's at, right? Well, guess what happens? It goes up 1 penny. So now it's 2 cents. Well, your portfolio just increased $10,000. And then it goes up to 3 cents. It increased another $10,000. So the portfolio, the million hex is a great little level psychologically to think about to say, okay, cool. I know at this level, each time it goes up a penny, I'm getting $10,000.
Yep.
Wild.
That's
brother.
A beautiful thing, man. It keeps things simple,
so
as it goes.
Let's share this real fast. So 1 million hex at this point in time, let me just kind of get rid of the auto router. So it just kind of gives me like a simple price faster. You know what I mean?
Got you.
We don't have to get like exact on this one. So 1 million hex right now costs for hex on Pulsechain costs $21,000, right? Roughly.
Man.
And again, I'm just pulling this up real fast just so that way everyone kind of has a little idea on this one. And so we can go over here to the 1 million hex, $10,000.
Bro, it was so much cheaper not long ago, man. Jeez, I remember.
Yep.
I remember. Whoo! The price is going up, y'all. We are up right now. Believe it or not, we are up. Crazy. We are up.
No matter what, man, and it's just funny too. Even if you just go back on the last like 30 days in the ecosystem, y'all forget, guys, we're still up at this point in time, even in the last 30 days. And God forbid it goes red for another freaking few days. Congratulations, man. You just get your chance a little bit better buying opportunity.
Congratulations.
But, like even in the last 30 days, you're forgetting like Ink has still gone up 4x. Pulsex has gone up 2.6x. Pulsechain has gone up almost a 2x. Hex on Pulsechain has gone up 65%, right? Like that's just in the last 30 days, folks. Granted, last 7 days, people are seeing this. Stop being short-sighted, man. Who cares if it's up or down, what day of the week it is, what day of the month it is? Is it a price that you can pay, and is the price going to go higher in the future? Right? Like, do you believe the price is going to go higher in the future than it is today? great. So if you're able to make a purchase on that simple, educated guess, then congratulations, right? You're doing exactly like it is. And if it goes down by 30%, 40%, 50% on what you invest right now, people are looking so short-sighted that they're willing to wreck themselves on a simple play like that when you may never see these prices again, folks. I'm telling you, when 2025 comes and goes and the bear market is back and we're seeing 2026 bear market vibes and we're back to what we've been experiencing for the last 2+ years, when you're back at that level again, right, that these prices should never ever be seen even during that period in the bear market going forward in the future.
That's a beautiful
Just
thing,
like
man.
Ethereum, you'll never see those prices. Just like Bitcoin, you'll never see those certain prices. There's
Yep.
certain levels that you hit. And when you hit those levels, they're gone. They're never to be seen again. So when we pump the dump, yes, we could see a retracement 60, 70, 80, 90%. It's in the game. It's crypto. Congrats. Welcome.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You had some mad gains, hopefully, along the way. On that pullback,
yeah.
What if it's still 100x higher from whatever it is right now? What if it's still a 20x higher from whatever it is right now? Congrats. You know what I mean? Like, what if you got a chance to see it go all the way up to 1000x, and then on a pullback, it comes all the way back down to where you still have a 20x from whatever you bought today? Like, yeah, it's going to be a fun ride. It's a fucking roller coaster. Be ready to strap in because that's a wild time. Be mentally prepared for what you're about to see, folks.
100%, man. Look, I've seen all I needed to see in these last 2 weeks. This thing is here. It's alive. I feel like I'm repeating myself because we were saying this, you know, when we had our first initial pump way back after we touched the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's you're gonna hear a lot of this stuff over and over again, guys. Like, we're up. We are going up. We ain't going back down. We take pullbacks, but that don't mean we dip back to where we were. So, but if we
I'll
do,
give a shout out, man. Like, you know, like they've done like Crypto Coffee's done it, like Money Game Crypto and stuff like that. But they've recently shown these charts of what it's like to experience a 10,000x, and how many times you're going to see pullbacks along that time period of 30% or more. And it was several, folks. But then when you see that 30, 60, 80% retracement and you see it pump 3x, 5x, 10x from that point in time, then you see another 30, 40, 60% retracement, and then you see it pump 2x from that point in time. Are you ready for that, guys? Like, because clearly some of y'all aren't, right? And so I want y'all to get ready for it. Like, if you aren't ready for it, get ready, guys. Mentally take the time to prepare right now with the 5 P's of proper preparation, preventing poor performance.
Yep. And there's always going to be haters, man. I'm seeing it already. People are waiting for the little pullback to talk mess. They're already on Twitter. Oh, you see, y'all got too excited. What do you? Yo, I'm not even going to get into it, dog. Not even going to get into it. Of course we excited. We're up. We still excited. We're going to be excited. You know, you get used to it.
Right.
Get used to it.
Right.
That pump we just seen, that's only the beginning, y'all. That's only the beginning.
And that's straight up the truth, guys. And again, like, so y'all keep forgetting when things pump, it's fast. Y'all have seen it. Y'all seen it twice now, right? Y'all saw it in October. You saw it now in January. You see it happening, and when it happens within a couple of days / weeks, and it is quick. Which is why you don't want to get that experience of FOMO buying that green candle at the pump,
bro. It gets harder and harder to buy this stuff, you know, like when you see a pump like that, while everyone's excited, I'm sitting there like, damn, I can't even get no more right now. I gotta wait till this dips hard to get more of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just gets harder and harder, y'all. So like ATX says, bro, there's gonna come a point in time where you do not see these prices again. They are just out of reach, you know, big time.
It's tough to imagine. It is. It's tough to imagine because of recency bias and everything else that we've been going through just as of late, whether it's the SEC, whether it's not the SEC, whether it's, you know, someone doing whatever, like whatever narrative of the story it is that day.
Yeah.
You got to realize that's what I was saying about earlier. So everyone has this weird, random, like imaginary line that they draw for themselves of like what their level and limit is. So whether it's capitulating in the price or the network or the community, or whether it's capitulating because of an event or an occurrence or something happening, or whether it's just price or whatever's going on. Everyone has this like weird imaginary line, which is why it's tough to listen to anyone else give their plan, because you have to figure out your own plan at that point in time, because basically everyone has, like, you know what I mean? We've talked about this all the time.
That's so important, y'all. Have your own plan. Like even me and ATX got separate plans. Like we all like have what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so important.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you're gonna be chasing the next guy's plan, and he done ran up some bread, and you get lost in what he's doing, and you end up losing your money. Like you got to do your own thing, man. Stay focused. But yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Lufa 187. I'll put it on chat right here just because you're able to say it. But able to get over 1 million hex on both chains and staked it all. Thank you, dumpers.
Ooh, staked all of it. Damn.
That right there. That's what I'm saying. Go. I went back to 100% stake, my guy.
Me too.
I was in a weird place where I was accumulating during this time of Pulsechain for the last 9 months, where I hadn't really had any stakes because I don't have any stakes coming due until like February each year, whatever the case may be. And so I was sitting there at this point in time, and I was like, dude, I'm just sitting on a bag right now, just a bag of hex. Like, what am I talking about? Like, this needs to be staked, my guy.
Same here, bro. So I don't have any liquid hex, bro.
Yeah, I got one going out to 2039, man. We talked about it earlier, just a little bit earlier, right? We literally just talked about it, but this is what kind of brought that whole conversation about in the first place, of why we do this in the first place. Like, this is long-term vision. You know what I mean? Like, so you want to talk about your future self thanking you? You put in the time right now and you just lock it up 15 years. It's something that could be a very small amount now to a very unimaginable amount in the future.
Yeah, man.
Unimaginable.
It's a retirement plan, yo. You know, it's nothing's guaranteed, but I'd rather bet on this than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what is, bro. Come on. I mean, if this thing hex gets to $200, $300, you know that, and that's just 300. We're not even talking about the thousands. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bitcoin ran so much in 14 years.
Right.
Come on, dog.
This is a Cookies of Crypto saying, I want to see hex pump multiple dollars in a single day. So the penny threshold has been a psychological level, but again, for those individuals who were in hex prior to it being a penny in the first place, got to see it go from a penny and then 2 and then 3, and then you get to see multiple cents move in a day. And a penny was already a far vision in the future of what was possible back then, right? And so like, and then they got to see, like, 10-cent moves in a day, went from like 20 cents or 14 cents to like 22 cents all of a sudden. You know what I mean? And
let me tell you, man, you're gonna see a lot of things.
Imagine when it's dollars being moved in a day. What if we pump and move a couple of dollars in a day? We go from $2 to $4 or something like that. Wow.
It could happen. It could happen this cycle, y'all. We're gonna see some wild stuff this cycle. Very wild. There's trillions of dollars on the sidelines. Like, speaking of that, man, what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum? I don't even pay attention to them old coins no more. Like,
I sometimes will pull up a little chart just for S's and G's just to take a little gander at it. But like in terms of like what's actually happening, would I make any decisions kind of based on it? Heck no, right?
Heck no, yeah. We in a separate league over here.
Exactly. Like, Bitcoin's gonna keep doing its thing. It's proven already. It doesn't like the ETF. Grayscale is dumping like no one else's business. Like, they just continue to dump and dump and dump. And so with Grayscale continuing to do that, you're like, all right, cool. So it is going to be what it is. And then you look on Ethereum. Now, I do see Ethereum actually coming back. I would like to actually see. I wonder if I can do the ETH. Well, I guess I can't do it here. Yeah, let me actually do like ETH BTC chart real fast, just to take a little search of something.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Y'all, the narrative is going to change, man. Look, you can't be number one forever. You can't be king forever. Someone's going to take your spot. We talked about this all the time. The MySpace message. Everyone's talked about it. Instagram come, Facebook come, everybody else come. Bitcoin, we coming for you, man. We coming. I'm sorry. You had your run. It was fun while it lasted. Good luck, man. Shout out to the Bitcoiners, man. But is a new kid on the block. Big hex.
Dude, imagine the day where like Hex reached the number 3 cryptocurrencies at one point in time, folks. Like sliding under the radar or being gatekept from everyone, and then at that point in time continue to be gatekeep and continue to be gatekept, and it still to this day continues to be gatekept, y'all. And that's like wild even thought to be considering, but yes, it's still considered to be gatekept, right?
Bro, facts.
So y'all, everyone here is so early.
If we got to number 3,
how many?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. How many influencers have you been seeing recently change their mind and flip the script and say, "Hey, I was wrong about Hex. I was wrong about RH."
Dude.
I've been seeing all these influencers come out
showing love. All of a sudden. They're showing love, man.
That's a barrier dropping, guys. And you know, as much as we want to like sometimes rag on the people coming out and hating on the first place, like they're at least coming back, and it takes guts to say, like, yeah, I'm paying attention now. Fucked up, but I'm paying attention now. Right? Like we've all had that point in time. Wonder talks about it all the time. He had a moment in time where he, you know, slanted Hex and slighted Hex, and it's, you know, he's not making that mistake again with RH. He's like, dude, I'm done. I made that mistake already. I'm not betting against the man. I've already done it. I've already tried betting against. It didn't work out.
Look, I see this question. Crypto Trucker says, you really think Hex will go that much in price, Westcott? Bro, I didn't think Bitcoin was going to where it went. I didn't think Ethereum, bro. I didn't think Solana, like, why not? Why not us? Why did we get it wrong? Well, how come everyone else got it right, but we got it wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that. What'd you say we got to number 3 top crypto? We were number 3.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, X. Like number 3.
We got to number 3. Why can't we get to number 1? And if we got to number 3, that you don't see Hex going to $200-$300, $1,000, bro. Of course you're not going to see that. No one's going to see that, because if everyone saw that, we'd all be rich. You can't see it. You'll never know. But you got to believe, man. I believe it. You know.
Well, and then you just like look along the way. You're like, all right, cool. Like I fell short, and instead of hitting thousands of dollars, it ended up being hundreds. Boo hoo.
Right. I'll take it.
About, man? Like, yeah, of course, you know. And that's something that's always going to be a market, and you know, just to be here in the situation and present, and eventually there'll be a point in time where people are going to be holding certain bags, and they're going to go and they're going to disappear, right? Because people know how much they got, and they want to make sure they stay in a certain position where, just like RH doesn't go out and do live streams in the US and doesn't come out, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff. You start taking certain precautions because you're like, bro, my wealth and my life matter so much more to me than whatever nonsense interview stream that you want to have. You know what I mean?
100%,
and so that's what everyone's going to start eventually coming to. But neither here nor there, man. Ethereum's kind of outperforming. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you got to shoot for the stars to land on the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, you may not make it to the stars, but the moon's not a bad place to land on. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. But go ahead.
Right. No, Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin right now. So I was just saying, it's just kind of the way the cookie will crumble on that one, especially with Bitcoin having news coming. That's just another sell the news event in the Bitcoin world. So I know what's funny, dude. I remember just 2 months ago, my guy, 2 months ago, people were seeing the Bitcoin pump, and they were seeing it go from, you know, whatever it was, 30,000 to 44,000. And they were like, my gosh, our ecosystem's not pumping. What's happening? You know, should we be concerned? Should we worry about this? Is this something of cause of concern? And then you just look at it and you're like, all right, cool. So our ecosystem pumps what, 3x within a couple of days, right? And it happens fast, man. That's altcoins in general, guys. Just be ready for it. Don't sell yourself short. Don't do something that'll wreck yourself too early on this one, guys. You are so early.
Bro,
you're so early.
I think what's the word they use when we're separated from the rest of the market? There's like a word. Decorrelated. There you go. I think we're starting to decorrelate, man. Like, I think we're in a world of our own.
Bro. I used to have a little chart of the decorrelation thing, but they switched over to like Kraken. They bought it out, whatever it was, and I tried finding a new one, but I haven't found a good one. But if you think about it, we've been decorrelated from the market for like a year and a half now in terms of what it's been doing. Because look at just in terms of Bitcoin in general, you know, like in the last year of Bitcoin doing its thing, it's gone up. What, it went from 13 or 15,000 all the way up to 44, right? And again, that's over the last year, and we're just now seeing that they've been seeing that all of 2023. We just saw the pump. Like, we've been doing nothing but down the entire time. Not even prior to Pulsechain launching. Before that, Hex was still going down while Bitcoin and the other Ethereum and all that other stuff that is correlated to Bitcoin was going up. And so that made it hard for people to see. And it's just like, dude, we've been decorrelated for quite some time. What's funny is people are saying that we're somewhat correlated because you end up matching it for a period, right?
Right.
And this is funny because we had someone on stream, and I'm leaving this up here just for who had the conversation when we first talked about it. But it was a conversation of like how high Bitcoin's going to go and where they think it's going to go. And so someone was saying in the next 90 days, Bitcoin would hit $69,000. And so I just put it on chart at that point in time just to say, hey, here's what you're saying. So I'm keeping this up here, right? Sure we'll come back at this 90 days from now, just to see where Bitcoin's at. My guess, probably down here. This is a sell the news event when Bitcoin halving comes. So like maybe it's going to come down to 39 and we stay within this parallel channel that we've been in since, again, December or November of 2022, right? All the way back here. This is what I was talking about for their pump. They started seeing a pump all through 2023, man. What happened with Pulsechain and Hex and our ecosystem? Well, I'll give you a brief glimpse at it, but it has to do with basically this. Coming all the way down here. Let me just kind of hide this. It has to do with this. This is our 2023. This was 2023 for the rest of the market, right? This is 2023 for the rest of the market. During this entire time, that's a 3x, guys. You had to wait this entire time for a 3x. This
disgusting.
Whole time, 365 days, you got a 3x. Congrats, right? Congrats. This is when we say like the Bitcoin is not going to have the same gains that you're going to get a chance at over here with example Pulsex. If you just look on the simple side of Pulsex right now, just getting back up to SAC is already a pretty decent move of almost 3x, but we're gonna say roughly about a 2.5x, right? A 3x from here, what puts it at previous all-time high? Let's see. Like that's it. That's basically a 3x from where we are right now. Does it take us a full year to get that? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to take us a full year. It took Bitcoin a full year to see a 3x. Like, congrats if you got the big money like that in order to appreciate that. But for most people, they're coming in with $5,000 here, and it took a full year to turn it into $15,000 here.
Oh, God, right? People don't know what we're doing. They don't know what we're dealing with over here.
If you put $5,000 here, and it turns into $15,000 in the next 90 days, next 6 months. Next 30 days. Like what if we end up seeing it right here? This is roughly about a 3x pump right about here. What if that ends up happening by February, maybe even April 2024? I don't know where we go. I don't know where to stop. Bro. Right?
100%.
70 days from now, you see a 3x, and how high do we go? Because then it's just new levels, folks. There's nothing but clear skies ahead.
Oh God.
When everyone is in profit, you don't hear people bitch about people selling. I'll tell you that much. Because everybody is in profit. Yeah, you're going to see the pullbacks because that's always going to happen. Get ready, folks. Strap in. Are you ready? Have you actually taken the time to look at what these charts do, how it works, what you're going to think psychologically as you actually progress through those levels? It is wild. It's easy to see and say you'll do certain things and actions, but when your money's on the line, folks make rash decisions. And when you make rash decisions, you fuck up.
Yep. The hard part's over now, man. I mean, the hard part was 2023. I didn't even realize we went down the whole 2023.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And we still here?
Yeah, dude. I mean, if I was actually pull up the hex chart, because again, Pulsechain didn't launch until May, right? But if I pulled up the hex chart and do the exact same thing over with the hex chart,
congratulations for still being here. We've been going down a whole year. That's gangster, man.
So I didn't even realize. To be fair, I will say Hex did have its initial pump whenever, because again, we thought Pulsechain was launching, right? You know, all that good stuff. So they got a good little pump right in the kind of beginning up until March, until everyone's like, oh, it's basically done. So they did get to see in the early stage of 2023 a 7x or a 6x almost. We'll say a 7x. I'll just round it up. But again, from March at that point in time, folks, has been nothing but a 97% decrease in value to 200. To 208 days, but again, you saw a slight little recovery, and they were like, "Yeah, we're back," and then it's back down, right? And so, like 2023 for the most part of individuals has been down. Okay, again, and you spent 207 days here, and you got to see a pump after that 207 days. It only lasted for 10 days. You waited 207 days for a pump that lasted for 10 days, and then it came back down for another 77 days. Are you strapped in for this, guys? Are you ready? These pumps are fast, they are violent, and they are freaking wild.
Yeah, man, I was on cloud 9, bro. I was on cloud 9, bro. It felt great. We were moving,
of course,
dancing,
of course,
shaking.
of course. Because you've built a position that you said, I am happy with the bag that I got. The people who are sad and, you know, all that good stuff about the pump coming, they haven't built their bag up. And those are the people who FOMO buy, man. That's the worst, right? Because then you end up FOMO buying. And if you FOMO buy, congrats, man. Like, do not beat yourself up, please. Like, there's a point in time where these prices are never seen again, folks, in the future. So if you're down 20, 30, 40%, 50% in the next few weeks, days, months, whatever it is, until the pump comes, you are so early. Just hold it. Keep adding into if you can. Right?
We ain't get to a penny yet. We ain't get to a penny yet, bro. You early, man. Like now, when we get to 3, 4, 5 cents in Pulse, that's when I'd be like, you know what? Might be a little expensive. But right now, bro, it's early, man. Anything under a penny, shit, I want it. I
love it. Lupus saying I owe it to you guys, honestly. I would have been afraid to buy if it wasn't for the free education. So thank you. Thank you for the kind words. But again, you took the action yourself. Bingo. At the end of the day, we share this with everyone, and it's available for anyone. And again, whoever hears things a certain way, and you end up finding solitude or solace in the open conversation that we have about this, because we're very clear in communication in our style. We let you know that the pumps are going to come. We let you know the dips are going to come. It's fun. It's free. It's entertainment, man. So
I see people saying HEX is moving. Is that true?
HEX about to hit 1 cent again. Well, look, man, HEX is going to do what it does for sure. Like it, but it's got a little pump. It's got a little pump going on. You know, 4-5% up in the day or whatever. It just looks funny if you actually compare it on this chart, right? And I'll just kind of show you why, because it just looks funny, man. Like this is a chart happening right here. This was a recent pump. This is today, right? And so like give me some of these candles again.
Right.
Yeah, we back. We got to go fully engulf this red candle if you really want me to say like a pump's happened, because then if you can actually get a full engulfing candle, kind of like this, it really did try pushing up. This is usually very bullish, but again, we got a lot of people, a lot of weak hands, a lot of soy boys who have recovered a little bit of money and have decided to sell their entire position. It's very odd. I don't mind the selling. There's definitely a way of the selling, but
people are desperate.
Yeah, they're like crash to like take slippage. Like I saw someone the other day took like $300,000 slippage. And I'm like, why would you?
How many strippers? Like how many strippers do you need this weekend,
what do
dog? Really?
What do you need, right? What do you need that for? Right. Like that you couldn't span it out over the course of the next couple of weeks, that you were like, fuck it, eat it.
Who are you trying to impress, bro? Your wife is not that hot. Calm down.
So is it pumping? For sure. We are seeing an increase. There is some gain again. I absolutely love seeing the green candle. You know what I mean? I really, really would love to see that, you know, continue on. If you actually were to break it down, maybe in a 4 hour, maybe it looks like a little bit better. We got a W pattern forming here. So looking in terms of like short-term history, we got that nice little W pattern that loves to go bullish a lot of the times. You can see levels that we really want to make sure we hit. So we're going to see some resistance probably at, oh, guess what? Oh, it's right under a penny. So all this is under a penny. Wow, that's hilarious. Looking at a 4 hour just looks like so much activity happening, but it's just 4 hour candles. So it's just funny. But it looks like so much is going on. And then you actually see it in like the daily and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then you see it in the weekly. Right. And you're like, oh, we're still good. Cool. Right. So anyways, yeah, basically what I'm saying on this one is definitely want to see some pumps. Plenty of people are going to be this 1 cent hex. We're going to find we need to find support for 2 coins. Pulsechain sacrifice price, right?
Yeah.
We need, I don't say we need to find, but
Right.
it would be ideal if Pulsechain actually came back down and retested the SAC price just for good closure of psychological
It's
levels. So that way
still
everyone
above
can,
Zach. Woof.
yeah, just so that way
Man,
everyone can just finally finish. Again, I see a pullback happening.
bro.
If I was to pull this up, this is where I see a pullback going to. A lot of resistance, a lot of support kind of in this range. So we're going to probably drop down to the 409 would be my guess, below SAC, which is why I say if you did buy right here, if you are buying right here, if you bought right here, if you bought any and it goes down to this level right here, don't be upset. Please, like you're still freaking early. Just wait until you recoup the money when it's back up here. Like don't do something stupid and wash yourself out.
Right.
But
Right.
we really want to see it come back here, and this is what I would love. Really test this level and then bounce off. Like show strong support and bounce off the SAC price and then just fly. And then green candles and go.
ATX, man, I got great news, bro.
What's up,
Breaking news. I get to ban somebody from the stream. Look at the comments. This is awesome. Yeah. Oh, I love doing this.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. It's over. I love doing that.
Yeah,
man.
anyone who goes through and spam chats, anything.
over.
Okay.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, the copy paste chat is stupid. So if that's ever what you do, you're gonna get an insta ban. Just period, hands down. I don't care about you having conversations, but control paste. Anyways,
too much.
You're gonna get a ban. All right, so what are we talking about? Oh, he said you don't know, dude. YDK, you know what I mean? YDK.
Yeah,
I know Wells is
YDK,
saying he see Hex going to $100 coin, 100%. Cookie to Chocolate says by selling, I having taken most of the profits you wanted to take. Yep, for sure. I say, yep, there we go. Are you guys buying or just holding? Buying.
I'm buying, dog. Yeah.
My strategy's been, I got, not only do I do my own strategy, myself, my personal one, but I also have a $5 DCA thing that I'm doing along with the journey. So that way everyone can track it, see the progress, see what's happening. And so I've been doing this since September 15th, which coincidentally happened to basically be the bottom of the bear market for our ecosystem if we never see those prices again. So from that point and from that day, I've been doing $5 into Hex, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and eHex. Every single day I've been stacking and accumulating so far, just in the simple method of $5 a day since September, folks, which is what? October, November, December, and we're getting into January right now, 4 months in. And I have over 100,000 hex on Ethereum. Wow. I have over almost 100,000 hex on Pulsechain.
Wow.
Almost 50 million Pulsex tokens.
With $5 a day.
$5 a day, guys. Like that's the proof is in the pudding, guys. Like I'm not making up these things, right? I got almost 12 million in Pulsechain right now. So yeah, it's one of those that I've been doing this. I'm going to do it for the solid at least 12 months. And I've said this before, when Pulsechain first launched, you got to do it for 12 to 18 months, regardless of what the price does, because in the future, 4 years from now, imagine yourself further ahead into the future. You're going to be thankful that you bought anywhere during these prices at any point in time along this bull run. You got to understand, as the next 2024 enters, the goal should be to continue to accumulate, and maybe you do a more dynamic DCA strategy so you don't go in as heavy when the price is making new all-time highs, but you have a dynamic strategy that says I'm going in along dips above 20%, whatever that is. Your goal should be building up as many coins as you can, so that way in 2028, 2033, 2040, you're like, dude, I've made it. You know what I mean? For all the work that you did for the first 18 months. And y'all are willing to work for 50 plus years of your life?
Hell no, bro.
To a fucking job at a slave job where you got to fucking take orders and wait and all that bullshit. You want to do that for 50 years, but you can't DCA for 18 months? Stop
that, bro. Somebody clip that. That was fire. And Disciple says you're a beast. Let me borrow $20. Facts. Nah, I was shocked at them numbers, dog. 100,000 hex with $5 since when? September, you said?
Since September, man. Yeah. And so like I'll just show you the exact, man. Like we don't have to play around. I'll just show exact. This is something
Bro,
everyone
that's
can keep
what,
track
3
of
months?
themselves. Okay.
Damn.
So this is something that, guys, $5 a day has got this built already. I've got 42 million Pulsex. $5 a day, folks. Okay. I've got 11 million Pulse. I've got 127,000 hex on Ethereum that this is actually going to be staked for pretty soon.
Bruh.
I'm going to take this and I'm going to bridge it back over to the Ethereum network and I'm going to stake it. Should I do 2024, 2025? This is a DCA stake strategy. Normally, if I was doing this myself and I had no stakes available ever, I want to go out long first. Send it out 15 years and just reaccumulate
Bro.
at these prices. Okay.
September, October, November. Bro, 4 months. That's a
4
bruh.
months.
Somebody screenshot that.
Yep, we got
Damn.
64,000 over here, and so, and again, guys, all these prices have doubled. You want to see something? I keep track of all this too. So this is simple. This is my average entry price on all of these tokens. So right here on Ethereum, on Pulsechain Hex, I have below a penny. Basically, right at basically a penny. Okay.
Wow.
On Pulsechain, I'm right at 4 zeros and a 5.
Damn.
On Pulsex, 4 zeros and a 1, folks.
Gangster.
On Hex, I'm sitting at 2 zeros and a 5. So even with the current dip in Hex right now on Ethereum below a penny, I'm basically still up 2x this position. I've put $645 into each one, and check this out. It shows you on the simple way. Just imagine each one was $645 because it's $5 a day.
Double.
Pretty easy, right? This Pulsex, imagine, was $645, has tripled. I'm sitting at $1,700 on that one. The Pulsechain was $645, has more than doubled. I'm sitting at $1,274 here. The Hex over here on Pulsechain, doubled. The Hex over here on Ethereum, almost a double. And when it gets back up to a penny,
I think I'm gonna join you in the $5 a day strategy, man.
when it gets back up to a penny, it's a double again, right? And so I share this with y'all because it's important to see how this is actually playing out. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to understand that all this is done through a period of small decisions over a long period of time. And this is not even that long. 4 months is not even that long.
ATX, can you pull that up one more time for me? The USD value one more time. I just got to play something for that.
Yeah, so here we go. Boom. There you go.
Yo, that's gangster, man. Shout out to Pulsechain too, because then you don't even got to worry about gas fees and all that. Like, that's
correct. This is why, dude. So if I tried to do this on the Ethereum network, I wouldn't be able to, because I'm unable to even pay $5 just for a transaction. So I am unable to do a DCA strategy damn near on any other network, but Pulsechain allows it to be done. My $5 gets me so fucking far on Pulsechain. Are you kidding me? I buy all of my Ethereum Hex on Pulsechain, I build it up into a certain bag size, and I just bridge it back over once it's built up, and then you stake it when you're ready. Like,
no excuses, yo. No
if I know that I'm not going to stake this right now, why would I bridge it over to the Ethereum network just to sit there? That's a silly fee and a silly transaction to pay. When you're ready for this to be done, move it over. And so I'm going to do 2 different stakes. I'm trying to build this up to roughly about 150,000. I want to do a stake at $75,000 or 75,000 hex for 2024, and then I want to do 75,000 hex for 2025 on the Ethereum side, and then do the same on the Pulsechain and see what happens. This isn't a wallet I would do for myself, y'all. You have to understand, the DCA part, I would 100%. The staking part, I'm going so much longer, right? My stakes are already filled in though, so you got to understand that as well. If you don't have long stakes, get yourself some. Period. Hands down. End of story. Right? But I'm doing this because I want to keep track of it, and I want to show a journey as well. So I need to show like a track of like, hey, this is a year later. I staked it. Here's what it is. Otherwise, I would stake this out 15 years, but I don't know if I'm even going to be showing my face 15 years from now, for example. Right? Like, why, when you reach certain levels, do I need to do that? Right? And so,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. So that's about $150 a month per coin you're investing. If you're doing 7 days a week or 5 days a week?
Every day.
Every day, so 70. Okay, so yeah, so that's about
150. Yeah, 150 a coin. So I'd say 600 to keep it simple. $600 a month allows this strategy to go through. And if you break that down over the period of 12 months, it ends up being roughly about $7,200 or $7,000. And I said this before.
$7,000.
I said this before. So imagine, guys, that I do this for a year, right? And I do this DCA strategy for a year. And what if my average investment on multiples is a fucking 100x? What if one token does a 250x, another token does 50x, and my average is 100x? That's $7,000 is $700,000.
Damn, bro.
And y'all are all going to be able to fucking see it. Like, this is something that you this is something that y'all shouldn't even be able to like be watching, because the amount that I see it going to, I don't want y'all to fucking keep track of wallets that I'm touching, because y'all motherfuckers are like, ah, damn, I'm doing this. Yeah, we did something, right? And you fucking come in and attack them, right? But guys, there's a point in time where profit taking's a strategy. I do it. I share it with everyone. There's a way to do it that you can actually recoup some more additional capital and more additional tokens. It's incredible, man. Right?
Wow, that's discipline, y'all. That is discipline, man. That is a beautiful thing. Very happy with those results, man. Very happy.
Well, Orion says you're doing it right, ATX. The only thing I would change is $20 a day instead of $5. Let me show you the math on what that ends up being, because it's big.
Wow,
right? It's real big on this one. So instead of we'll say seven. What am I trying to say? Instead of $600 a month, you actually are paying roughly around $2,400 for a month. Now, this is beneficial because I've said this before. This is huge. The $5 is a strategy that I'm implementing to show that anyone can fucking do it and there's no excuse. That's the reason why I'm doing it.
No excuse.
$5 a day into each of these tokens is something that everyone should be able, if you really desire, to find. And I guarantee it to where some of y'all are paying for coffee and fucking energy drinks and Red Bull and Monsters, and you'll spend that without even thinking, at a moment's notice, swiping on a card, but you won't put $5 in here. Okay, neither here nor there. So the $20 strategy, if you can allocate the additional capital, I would 100% allocate additional capital. That's why I have the strategy that y'all see, and that's why I have my strategy, right? There's stuff that I'm already doing in the background that allows me to do this at the same time. This is something I'm showing to everyone. If you can allocate more money, find a way to allocate more money. Cancel cable. Look at some shit that you honestly don't need, right? Like, I canceled cable fucking 5-6 years ago, and I've actually found so many ways of benefiting everything free on the internet, because it's all on the internet. We spoke about this earlier in the green room. Hey, guys, you can learn anything on the internet now. Period.
Oh, man.
End of story.
Anything. You can fix anything in seconds. It's crazy, man.
Right. Got an issue, find it, fix it, right? I had an issue with my washing machine saying SUD, and I'm like, what does that mean, Sud? What is this? And I had to go and clean out this filter that had all this hair in the washing machine, and I was able to extract, put it all back together, plug it. And that's some shit that some people would actually call a handyman for and pay additional capital. So I started, whenever I started going into the bear market this year, I stopped paying for my lawn to get mowed. I stopped doing so many things. I was like, fuck, I got to mow my lawn for the first time. I haven't done this in forever. This sucks. But guess where that money went? Because I already know what I see going into the future, guys. And so if you are truly desiring an outcome, you will find a way to make it happen.
100%, man. Beautiful, man. With that being said, bro, perfect way to wrap up the stream. Y'all make sure y'all learn how to use the internet. Make sure y'all check in with Wales Only. He's teaching everybody every day. Check in with us as always. Check in with me and Disciple on Wednesday late nights. And we appreciate y'all being here, man. We will see y'all next Sunday. It's been a pleasureful stream. Pulse Nation, y'all take care.
Peace.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch.